Downtown Tulum Radio.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's Joanne from Downtown Tulum Radio. I'm here at this beautiful location here at the restaurant Aquí Ahora Café here in Cozumel. And I'm here, of course, with Tania, but I want to let you introduce yourself, of course, in the place. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
To the interview. And thank you for having me here again at your beautiful establishment. I love to be back. And I take advantage of the situation every time I'm here to see the beautiful sunset, to have amazing dinner, and to hang out with beautiful people.
As you should. This is what we're here for.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for making us a part of your story, your experience. We love having you guys here as well. So I'm Tania, and along with my partner Jonathan, we created Aquí Ahora, which is, a 3-story beautiful monster. It's huge. It has everything for everyone. We really pride ourselves on being available to anyone. If you want a place to hang out with your family, you can. If you want a place to come on a date, you can. If you want to hang out with your friends, you can. If you want to dance, you can. We have amazing team that really works hard to uphold the vibe. We've always wanted to be very chill. Everybody's welcome. Just be cool. And this is what we aim for.
So let's talk about this baby. How did you come up with the idea? Where did it all start?
Oh my goodness. It started so long ago. Even before John and I met, I had an idea of one day I'm going to have a coffee shop by the ocean.
Don't we all?
And yeah, exactly. And he had the same idea. And then, the hustle, the corporate life, and COVID happened. And we just went, let's do something with a bit more meaning. And so we did. We decided to take the leap and open Aquí Ahora. Now, how this came to life. John and I both worked remotely for many, many years, and we traveled the world. So we're very lucky to have experienced a lot of different places. So Aquí Ahora kind of became a little selfish collection of everything we wanted and we thought that the island needed. A place that's open from really early to really late, that has different styles of seating that you can work at, you can chill at. We've had people nap here and, we've let them. It's inspired by a lot of our travels in Southeast Asia. Even the menu, it has influences from everywhere. Really, really true to the roots of Mexico, because that's super, super important to us. The number one thing when we open this is for the community. Mm-hmm. This is a space for Cozumel, for Cozumeleños. I mean, we're lucky enough to have made this island our home. Yeah. So whatever we do, we want everybody to be a part of it. And so that's how we started. We started with one floor, and then we just kept adding and growing, and then it became this crazy big thing that we love and have now.
It is a baby. Listen, during COVID, a lot of people had an opportunity to either grow or stagnate or create something beautiful or not create something beautiful. And you really used the best part and the most amazing part, and you created this. And that's, it's commendable.
Thanks.
Right? Because you actually put your soul in it, and I can feel it. Every time I'm here, I can sense it and I can feel it. And it's interesting you say how you can do whatever you want to do from work, because you do have a co-working place here as well. You can nap. I guess I never thought about napping here, but now,
Look where you're sitting.
And of course, food, and of course, dance. You have the patio where you're having a lot of amazing parties. But first, I want to talk about the menu, because obviously it's heavily influenced. You're here in Mexico and you want to keep the roots and the tradition of, of keeping that flavor in the restaurant. But you have influences from where your travels. So tell me how you build your menu, because you change it quite a lot. And
yes.
So tell me about that.
Well, I think we're very flexible. We've always been of the sound mind of the space will reveal itself, and we listen to the feedback of people that come here regularly. Mm-hmm. We check the reports, we talk to our customers, we talk to our friends, we listen to all the negative comments as well, because that happens. Mm-hmm. It's constructive criticism, mm-hmm. and it's important to take it and work from it, mm-hmm. And so I think the biggest thing is we're not afraid to try stuff. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, then we just change it again. So the menu basically has been a co-creation. Our chef, our executive chef is Florencio Contreras Vicente, and he's from Oaxaca. And so he arrived with this brilliant background and flavors that are not from here specifically, mm-hmm. but he has all this knowledge that was imparted to him by his mom. You know, he grew up cooking with his mom. Then he studied in Europe, and then he trained in Europe, and then he became a certified pastry chef. So he has all this crazy background, and he's the one who went, but why don't we just make our own bread? Amazing. And then from there we opened a can of worms, and then we were like, okay, well, if we're gonna make our own bread, we might as well, you know, work that into the menu. And so came pizza, but not just any sort of pizza. You know, we have like our Mexican flavored style pizzas. We have the classics also, because, you know, everybody
wants a classic pizza.
Yeah, every once in a while, that's fine. But we have flavors that I think are really, really unique. And then, yeah, all the breads are made in-house, and we brought the bagel. We're from Montreal. Jon and I are originally from Montreal, Canada. And
nothing like a Montreal bagel.
Oh, there's nothing like a Montreal bagel. Girl, people talk about the New York bagel. No way. I'm sorry, no offense. But try a Montreal bagel and tell me.
Agreed.
Montreal wins. It's the crispiness, right? It's airy, it's fluffy, it's delicious, and it's making my mouth water.
Me too.
So it was an adventure to get it to the right consistency. So anyway, that's kind of how it just kept building. And honestly, we ask our team, hey, do you have any ideas? What would you like to see on a menu? And we ask our kitchen team, what do you want to come up? And then we've done a bunch of different tests of like, okay, come up with dishes, one dish per person, and then we try them, and whatever is voted best, we put on the menu and we try it. We're not afraid to fail, I guess. You know, you never know. You put out different stuff and you hope for the best, but you never know. And we're extremely lucky that we have extremely talented people in our kitchen, and it's always gone really, really well.
You gave a voice to everyone that's part of the kitchen, everyone that's creating the food, and that's I think that's what makes the difference, because it's not only just about keeping a menu and keeping the customers happy. You're actually giving a voice to the cooks. They're the ones that are creating the food. So that's amazing, because 100%. I think that's where the success is coming from. And you talk about risks. You know, you talk about trying new things. Were you trying music, right?
Yes.
So how did it all start? Like, how did you start to have, you know, I know you mentioned, you know, on our private, like personal conversations, you have live bands and stuff, but let's really go back where you started this. Like,
okay, well, first of all, my background is international event producer. So I've worked in music festivals, I've worked in television, I've worked in radio. So music has always been a huge part of my life. Jonathan took a course as a DJ. He's always been super, super into music. He loves it. And then when we started here, to be honest, music was, as soon as we opened the rooftop, we incorporated the live DJ aspect. It didn't go so great at the very beginning, which is okay. It's normal. We were starting out and we were figuring out the vibe that we wanted, because it's very easy to just put some music really loud and see how it goes. That's not what we were looking for. Aquí Ahora it's very unique. You know, it's a special space. It has a special soul, and we really try and convey that vibe in everything we do. You know, from the decor to the food to the drinks. Our team is a huge part of it. The music is part of that also, and the crowd jives with that. The people that come here, they don't come here to, you know, get trashed and lose sight of what they're doing. No way, man. People come here because they love the music. Yeah, they appreciate it. They feel it. They flow with it, and that's what we strive to do. And so in comes Henry Villanueva, who's like, can you give me a chance, please? And we're like, okay. And everything changed from there. He's done an amazing job at curating the essence of Aquí Ahora and putting us on the map with that. He really has. I mean, he's sitting right there, so that's why I'm looking at him. He really has. He's done an amazing job. And at first, you know, we were more in the day-to-day with him of like, okay, what's the plan? What are we doing now? And then little by little, we kind of let the reins go. You know, we're still learning. It's part of it. It's part of the process. But he is really good. He really understood what we were looking for, the sound we were looking for. You know, and he knows when to dial it back. He knows when somebody's not really jiving with the space. He knows when to like step in and guide. And you know, I have to say, he's done amazing with giving a chance to local DJs.
Yes.
That's, you know, we love Cozumel. We really, really love Cozumel, like so much. And that's why we decided to build this here, because we really love this island. And it's important to us that, you know, locals feel that there is that love for their home that we now call our home. And I love that he put together a program to give the local DJs that are starting out a chance. Because, you know, a lot of places, they'll be like, no, you have no experience. What do you know? Oh, sorry. Everybody has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think we have a great place for that. Our audience is really, really sweet. You know, they're good souls. So it's a great place to start and try and test things out, you know. And the kids have done amazing. Yes, I say kids. Yes, I'm at that age now that I can say the kids. The kids that are starting out, they're amazing, and they've done really, really well. And it's great to see them come back week after week and kind of gain that confidence, you know. And I have no doubt that some of these guys will end up on stages in Tulum, in Mexico City, whatever. But they're starting here, and this is an amazing thing to know that we gave them a platform that they could kind of start stepping off of. And Henner put all of that together on his own.
Well, I think he also put a piece of his soul too, because I mean, he has
100%.
an understanding of his music, and he has an understanding of his place, and he has an understanding of what the artists want, right? Like you said, there's artists that they just want a chance, and when they're given a chance by a place with the soul, I mean, they're gonna give their all too. So I think that's why it's working out. It's like a triangle of success, because you know, they want to put themselves, right? They're like, wow, you gave me a chance, well, let me show you why, right? So that's awesome. Any new, I guess, projects you want to talk about when it comes to music? I know sometimes I ask this, but trying to get it out of you.
Oh, I will give you the same answer. We talked about this a few weeks ago, and I said, there's stuff coming up, but I can't talk about it yet. So I'm going to say the same thing. There's stuff coming up, but we can't talk about it yet. The reality is we're always thinking about, okay, what can we do next? How can we grow? What can we try? There's always stuff in our heads. Do we run out of time sometimes? Yes, 100%. But it never stops us, you know? So who knows what the rest of the year will come? It's, you know, the summer's around the corner. Who knows? Who knows? We have an amazing stage, and we have a very open mind, and we'll see where things take us.
Maybe some big parties coming up in the future.
Oh, maybe. I mean, we're pretty good at throwing big parties.
Yes, you are. You know, it's exciting that this place exists here, and I'm a little bit selfish because I always say, why don't you bring this to Playa del Carmen? Why don't you want to create another piece of your soul in Cancun or Tulum? Or why? Why don't you want to expand?
Oh my gosh. It's not that we don't want to. It's, you know, like you said earlier, we put our soul into this. We put our heart, our soul, our blood, our sweat, our tears into this place. It's been a lot of work to build it, and we love every single inch of it, even though a lot of inches make us crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it's hard to think of creating another one without us being fully present to give it that same soul, you know?
Yeah.
And that would mean us having to basically move there. Let's be honest. I mean, when we first opened Aquí Ahora, John and I lived in Aquí Ahora for the first 9 months. I swear, this is not a joke. There's a storage closet that is now a storage closet that we lived in for 9 months because we were building something new, and we were learning as we were going, and we wanted to make sure that we were there every step of the way, and that we could, you know, we could be there to understand what was going on and to fix what needed to be fixed and kind of grow with it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. But in order to create, I think, another one, it needs the same sort of love and dedication. We're not saying it's never going to happen. We're just not there yet, I think.
Yeah, and listen.
And I mean, selfishly, I would say if we're going to do it, and then I want to go big.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because you've done it. And I always use this analogy how a business is like a baby. A lot of people do think about it. They want to scale it. Oh, let's make it big. Let's double it, triple it. But really, like when you put your soul in it, your business is your baby.
Yeah, you got to nurture it.
You got to nurture it. And it takes years sometimes before you even think about being ready to have another baby again, another business again, right? So yeah, I totally get it. But next time, go big.
Right.
I always enjoy chatting with you, and I swear we'll be talking here for an hour. But you know, any last words? Anything you want to share that you could share
Oh
about?
my goodness, that's a hard one. What could I share? I don't know. This, I guess I could say, Aquí Ahora started from a love of coffee and a love of wanting to make a space where everybody felt welcome, and it turned into, you know, some people call it like the community center or the headquarters.
This is the headquarters.
Yeah,
This
and
is-
it's such a compliment. We're so grateful when we hear people say that, because in the end, what matters to us is the people, you know, and how they feel when they come here, and the memories they make, and what they remember when they leave here. And I think that happens because you put your soul into what you're doing. And so I'd say, you know, we're just going to keep putting our soul into everything we do, and we'll see how things go. And whatever you do, put your soul into it, basically. That's it.
Yeah, you know, actually, that's one of the questions that I wanted to ask you at the end. You know, for someone that wants to start, you know, they want to take a risk, they want to start a new business, whatever they may be. What's one advice you tell them aside from do it?
Aside from do it is, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to fail. You're gonna fail. You're gonna, oh my gosh, you're gonna fail so much. It's totally normal, totally part of the process. There's so much you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
And there's no amount of books, and there's no amount of people. Like, you're only gonna figure it out when you fall on your face and learn it yourself.
Yeah.
And it's the fear of that keeps a lot of people from doing what they want to do. And it's hard, but it's so worth it. So fall on your face, get back up, you got it, it's okay.
I have a saying always that I say, don't worry, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like, again, like a baby falls, gets up, and starts going.
Yeah.
So
I was told a long time ago that when you're just a little bit more excited than you are scared, then you're ready to take the leap. And the truth is, if you stop and listen to yourself, more often than not, you're always kind of more excited than you are scared.
Yeah.
So just go for it.
or maybe the excitement is masked under the scare because it's such a big move.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to chat
Same
with
here.
you. And well, let's do it again next time. And in the meantime, I want to wish you continued success.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to keep coming back here and
Yeah.
eating amazing food and hopefully play again. And yeah, thank you so much for
Of
everything that you
course,
do for
our
this
pleasure.
community.
And you know where to find us.
Thank you again. This is Joanne from Downtown Tulum Radio. Until next time. Thank you.
Downtown Tulum Radio.